When it rains, it snores.
Like a rare breed, a breath of fresh air, you can see me. People stand up just to greet me. Role model, kids wanna be me.
It's all about the risk.
Now, later you'll
If anyone pays taxes, instant
the whole thing was easy. I just come and wink my eye like a genie. Crown on, yellow peasant can king me.
Die. Fuck semantics. Fuck taxes. Revolt.
There is one way out.
One way out. Hello and welcome everybody to Nickel City X-Wing. My name's Greg and we have got an absolute banger for you tonight. This one between Louis of the Degenerates and Aurelien of the Wanderers. First, representing the Degenerates.
Are you ready?
It's Louis. Nice guy. And representing the Wanderers.
Hard work wins. Leaders don't follow. Living for today might not be here tomorrow. Welcome to the team. We wish you all the best. Now
It's Aurelien. Also, a very nice guy. This is an assault at the satellite array. Classic Empire versus Empire. Betting is open. Looks like they are setting their moves, and we're going to get on with turn one. This is the second stream in a row we've had Phantoms show up. Chris saying, go D-Gens. Look at these professionals double checking their maneuvers. Remember, you can't score points until turn 2. And I wonder if that was a purposeful place by Louis right in front of Rack to be like, don't get Rack in there too fast. You're going to miss out on that point. Desi, thank you for the resub. Appreciate you. And thank you to everyone. We just passed 1,600 followers. We're at 1,601. The booth is open, by the way, if anyone's bored. We also have the NFL draft tonight. Keeping everyone up to date on that. Playing Aurelien's list on Saturday in a local tournament, so hope to learn a lot. Fair enough. You know how this game works, Greg. I have no idea how this game works. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Well, they rolled for road, so I assume we can get underway. First player roll shouldn't count. It wasn't in the box. Nope. Road roll can happen anywhere. Could not give a shit about road rolls. What I could give a shit about is the actual rolls. Looks like Suntier is going to system phase boost with sensitive controls, I believe they're called. Yeah, that is going to be a BSA 2 forward. Wonder why he went with the OSP. Why do you think he went with the OSP at I2? Is that for blocking purposes? You'd think he'd want the I3 version, just so if you ever had to choose, you could choose between LOUIE and TIE Fighter. So Lurier's red. Here's yellow. Echo's green. Whisper's blue. Cam's around. He came and played a little Aerodome with us the other day. Or last night, he was at least there talking about Aerodome.
He's from Buffalo, the greatest city in the planet.
That's correct. Collision detector and small rocks make it make sense. Well, you don't need huge rocks for it, so. Are you sure it wasn't Pim? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Jamel, thank you for the resub. 34 months. We're approaching almost 3 years. Swole. Okay, the anagram spells swole. Got it. What is RMTSB? No shots for Suntir. Likewise, no shots for Rack. We're going to head into round 2. Round 2 is when points can start to be scored. So we'll see. I mean, obviously, Rack is there to score points. And also just be a general menace to society. But we'll see how much Louis wants to score points. Now remember when Echo decloaks, uses the bank maneuvers. Buffalo is the greatest city in New York west of Rochester. Well, technically true. It's also just the greatest city in New York, but it's also the greatest city in New York west of Rochester.
He's from Buffalo, the greatest city in the planet.
Correct. See, Nick knows. I suspect that Whisper is gonna try to decloak left. Weren't you living in Florida one time? I lived in Florida many times. Lived in Florida from like 2000 to 2012? 2010, maybe? Prefer Buffalo over Florida? Yes. Louis' list could also be an anagram for Lowe's, indicating he needs to buy a new toilet seat, some light bulbs, a random 2x4, and Monster Energy drink on his way out. Boom, 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 boom. No, that's Home Depot. What's the Lowe's, like, saying? When you're here, you're fan. No. Lowe's, Where Apartment Dwellers Never Go, by John Voight. Yeah. put together a lawnmower today. Cut my lawn. I'm surprised it actually started. Alright, LOUIE. He'll boost. Looks like rack agiled to front back. Echo banking down. Is Whisper not decloaking? I guess Whisper's not going to be decloaking. BSA's job has now been defined. And here comes Scimitar 1. The new hot rage of Bomber. Scimitar 1. Echo not wanting to get involved right away. I think there's a case to take Scimitar 1 over Deathfire. I mean, the case against, right, is an extra point. But for that extra point, you get proton torpedoes that get double modded. So, you know. Stay one bank for Whisper. And a battle roll. Tomax. Ooh. 5 forward does catch Echo. And LOUIE. LOUIE, of course, doesn't have shields. Echo does. So Echo would be rolling 3. I mean, you're looking at 3v3 with an evade. I think that's still worth it. Man, I think I really would have done the plasma torp into Echo. Oh, that's Merrick. What am I talking? No. Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm sorry. That's Merrick. The wings kind of look the same. This is Tomax doing the plasma torp into Whisper. My bad. And here comes a rack. I'm assuming to reinforce the front. Oh, gonna rotate. Little bit of a mistake, in my opinion. Agile gunnering last turn. Not being able to take your reinforce here. All right, gonna Vader Laurier. Laurier can take a damage or spend the focus. And I'm afraid this is probably it for Laurier. And yeah, Laurier's just gonna straight up take a damage. Soontir fell now. The range 3 shot to rack, 1 reroll. Apex Predator reroll. That'll be 3 hits in the rack. Rack looking for the Tyranny of 1 agility. Gets the Tyranny of 1 agility. 2 shields down. I missed the ping. Okay, so this is Merrick into Laurier for hit crit. Laurier looking for 2 evades. I mean, you have to spend it because you get to do the Merrick shit. Gonna elusive, perhaps? Okay. Gonna elusive 1. Ooh, gets that second evade elusive. We are going to go ahead and close betting because I feel like it's about to be a bloodbath. Scimitar 1 gets the lock. Why is Scimitar 1 shooting now? Does something have swarm tactics? Merrick has swarm tactics. Okay. And that is going to be a kill. By Laurier, we hardly even knew ye. And this will let Rack shoot into the obsidian now. For 2. Obsidian rolling 3 defense dice. And we'll likely have to spend the focus. I would assume. Yep. And this is still at I-5. Where Tomax is going to fire into a cloaked whisper. So this is going to be your classic 3v4 plasma torpedo. But Whisper has no defense. And that is going to be both shields on Whisper. This has been a terrible round so far for Louis. This is a range 3 obstructed shot from Echo into Rack for hit crit. Rack. That is the final 2 shields. So just 12 hull to go. And I think they begin calculating. Oops, I think it's going to. Oh, no, I'm sorry. How could I forget? The obsidian. Range 2 into Rack for 1. I believe when we count up points, it's going to be 3-1. Unless Echo is in range 1, he is not. So 3-1 on the objective. So after turn 2, a 6-1 lead for Aurelien. Trying to say his name right, and I'm butchering it, and I'm sorry if you watch this after. Mark, it might actually be for the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I was wondering earlier why the tie was a 2. And we were like, oh, maybe it's easier to block, but the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is more plausible in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not saying it's over either, but I just... Okay, so I have posited this a few times now. And, I mean, I don't think many people have agreed with me. But I think that there is something to be said for if Soontir was to try and take out that BSA instead of going after Iraq here. Like, if you can get all of your shots in Iraq, which, I mean, to be fair, Louis did, but so many points to go down, I really think killing the ads, I call it like WoW style, like you kill the add-ons before you go for the main thing, is more beneficial. Because, like, that BSA is just going to sit there collecting points over and over and over again. I think what I've learned from the last 2 nights of stream is that the TIE Phantoms aren't good. They're just not able to hang in this meta of proton torps and plasma torps and all kinds of torps. Every single torp. Scimitar first target, Rack second target for me. So the way the board laid out, I would have had Soontir try to nuke the BSA. Because that BSA is going to sit there collecting points. Added bonus, that's going to put Soontir on the backs of the bombers, which maybe is not that great of a thing. Scimitar does come with ion bombs. Tomax comes with ion bombs. But, you know, you have Merrick there, too. But if the BSA evades, that feels bad. Sure. But would you rather... I mean, like, on average, it'll take you 2 turns to kill the BSA. Are you going to kill Rack this game? Is Rack going to die this game? Because presumably at some point Rack's going to start reinforcing. You know, I don't like to assume, but I would guess that Rack's going to reinforce sometime here. It's not about getting the 2 points. It's about denying all the points that BSA is going to collect. I mean, I think Soontir is very good. I just don't think the Whispers can hang in this meta. I keep calling them the Whispers, the Phantoms. I just don't think the Phantoms can hang in this meta. Whisper is a Phantom. So Echo, Collision Detector. Here, barrel rolling in. BSA making room for Soontir. Or that Obsidian making room for Soontir, I should say. So we should get a Marg Sable closure here. Although, I'm not sure what use putting a strain on Rack is going to do for you. I guess if Soontir's taking a range 3 shot, it's useful. What do you mean, Hearted Echo Cloak? Echo cloaked like they all cloak? Echo gets an evade for decloaking. If you remember how Phantoms work, you decloak, you get the evade, then at the end you can spend the evade to get the cloak token. It's been a while since we've seen him, so don't blame me for not remembering. Actually, when I first started watching X-Wing, like GSP on YouTube, it was that era of, you know, like when people were flying 4 Phantoms just in like a box. Yeah, I agree, Chris. Most extended ships are in a bad spot. Especially Scum. Wow. That barrel roll fit. Not going to link it, which is interesting. And Whisper's not going to be able to get enough to get into Rack. Gavin's pretty good. I think the IG aggressors are okay. Like Han's not extended. The IG aggressors are okay. I don't think he's going to be able to remove that. Ooh. Soontir in trouble. Is the YV extended? So Vadering Soontir. Ugh. Soontir range 1 to rack, I would assume. You get 4 dice and 2 rerolls. I hate Death Troopers. I'm pretty sure you get that reroll too. Yeah. So hit, crit into a rack. That crit is a disabled power regulator. Oh, well, that'll be good in 2 turns. I said Han, but then I realized Falcon's obviously not extended. I was just kind of thinking of like what ships in Scum aren't fucked right now. Han has a lot of loadout. Guri is too expensive. It's just too expensive to play. You can't do it. Yeah, Soontir is blank sig, but for what? Nantex Rune Ketsu. Man, I love the Lancer. The first GSP event I did was a 2-ship list. The Ketsu and Boba Fett. Went like 3 and 2. It was not bad. That is gonna be hit crit into Soontir. I do not believe that Soontir is gonna get a reroll here. It's a hull breach. Pretty much the blankest of the blank on Soontir. Or any follow-up shots to kill Soontir. This is going to be range 0 from Scimitar into Whisper. Nothing. Merrick is going to go 3 dice for nothing. I think the easy way to get Scum back is either Kanan 3 points or Gamut Key 3 points. Reinstate the Scum shenanigans with them, even though it's kind of annoying. Hit, crit. It's going to go down to hit, crit. In a rack. Why is it 2 crits? Oh, you changed it up. So it's weapons failure and a wounded pilot. BSA for the kill on Soontir? Not today. The Obsidian has some shots here. We'll see who the target is. Looks like it's going to be Merrick. Classic 2v4. The Pontiac Firebird is a classic. Should be one ion token on rack. There we go. So 1, 1, 2. I think maybe 2 to 1 for Aurelian here. Two to 2. So 8 to 3 for Aurelien. Little bit better round, I guess, for Louis, although Suntier is in distress. Suntier has to get out of range 1 and just find a way to live like that. But here's the thing. These bombers are for sure going to drop bombs, right?
Way out.
One way out for Suntier, which is death. Yeah, it's really just costing too much to take out the decimator. And, I hate to say it, but the VSA is just sitting there collecting points every turn, unchallenged. Is the evade to recloak in action? No. Yes, the evade after you decloak is the action. Desi's got that right. One ion bomb there. Doing our system phases in order. Whisper. We'll now decloak. And there is Rack. The 2-turn. Did Rack not take an action? Merrick not even bothering. Now this is interesting. Can you get a Protorp off on Echo? Nick, thank you for the sub. 40 months. Gosh dang. Long time. And Suntir. Oh, man. So Suntir's going to be ionized, but you might as well take the focus so you don't get killed by Vader. I assume the gunboats will come with like a card pack. All right, ions from Merrick, the OSP, and Suntir. Frontier. I think I shoot into Tomax here. One reroll. Tomax is strained. Seems like a good time. Only one on Tomax there. It's unfortunate. Is the jam ability still up? Yes. Frontier's like one-time FTC is still up, which I think they'll probably need. Stop a Protorp from Scimitar. Assuming they can survive. Not really sure what's happening. Alright, Rack going into Soontir. We'll have to take a second Ion. And gonna Ruthless into Merrick. And we're gonna call it a day on Soontir. Now Merrick just rolls the natties and marksmanship into the OSP, who's going to take the one crit, and we're going to play the Merrick crit game. My favorite game. What's that? Crit. Nope. He has the focus. He's going to spend it. Damn it. Tomax now. 2 dice into Whisper. For 1. Whisper, 1 evade. But that should give the lock to Scimitar. Speaking of, it should be Whisper's turn to shoot. That a second evade would be very helpful. Whisper, 3 hits in Iraq. Okay. You fixed weapon. That was the action. You fixed weapons failure. Almost freaked out. Three hits here is the kill. That is, I believe, a kill in Iraq. And now this is going to be a proton torpedo. The classic 4v2. Whisper does have 2 evades. And, I mean, Whisper can get out of this scot-free. You're hoping for 1, right? You get 1, spend 1. You can still decloak. That was best case scenario for Whisper here. And now the BSA is going to take their shot into Whisper for 2. And does Whisper want to take 1? Whisper's already lost shields. Is Whisper decloaking extremely important to you this turn? And the answer apparently is yes. So the middle point goes to Aurelion. That middle left goes to Louis. And it is 14-11 as we enter turn 5. Killing Rack has kept Louis in the game. GC collision detector for Echo here. You're thinking left back. Nope, not asleep. There's just not much to say, you know? Like, what am I supposed to say here? This is why I like having people in the booth, because sometimes they have things to say. And then I can talk to them. But, like, we all know what's up. We all know what's going on here. So what did the Bills need in the first round? A wide receiver is what we need. I am very, very, very much hoping there's a massive trade coming. Like we don't have a pick next year trade coming and we get a Dunza. Was Echo able to get out of Tomax? No. It's going to be a collision detector from Whisper. So the Bears have made it clear they're willing to trade. And I'm hoping the Bills are like, Bears, you only have 4 picks? We can get you more picks, but we need that number 9. But all the reports today have been the Bears are like willing to like listen to trades.
If
Yes.
you land on a rock but your template didn't go over it, does that still count as moving through an obstacle?
I don't believe so. Maui's in the chat though. Maui, did you hear that? If you land on the rock without the template going through it, does that actually count as like triggering the Marg Sable?
Let's see what Yasby says. Executes a maneuver. The ship moves through an object if the template is placed on that object when the ship moves. Obstacle, device, another ship. No, I don't think so.
So
I don't think my template went over that.
your template never touched it.
No, I don't think it did. So, nope. I think we don't get marked
template
All right.
overlaps outside of the base, it's smooth through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Good try though. So Mark Sable will not trigger here. Per the ruling from Maui and common sense. So this is a shot. Tomax? Maybe? Oof. That is the shields as the plasma hits Echo. Got the double evades. And now Scimitar. Is Scimitar gonna spend this? Echo spends the focus, takes nothing. Now this is a range 0. And of course, that's the one that's going to do the damage unless Echo spends. And Echo will spend, so no decloak coming here for Echo. Whisper now with a shot. Has Merrick, has the BSA. And 2 evades. Looks like Echo has 1 and Whisper has 1 for collision detectors. Echo now, only 1. Not sure who the shot's on. I'm guessing it's the PSA. Man, you're really hoping for better there. Now the BSA is going to get a range 1 Bangarooski with a focus. But who needs it? The BSA, ace of fucking legend. Echo taking hit crit. Wait, 2 crits? Oh god, it is 2 crits. The first one a fuel leak and Echo off the board. The BSA aces Echo. And that is gonna do it. One to 1 on the things, and that is going to be a 20-11 victory for Aurelien. 5-round banger. Just the Whispers, or the Phantoms rather, never really able to get things going. Let's get the last word and we'll get prepped for game 2 starting in a few. Stick around. This is Nickel City X-Wing.
And now for the last word with Buster Skysfudger.
And remember, folks, it's not the score that defines the game, but the grit and gumption at the heart of every play. For every young dreamer watching, remember the field's a canvas, and your will, the brush. Paint your masterpiece. For NCX, I'm Buster Skysfudger.